Hey, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be starting the first installation of the Halloween series that I'm going to be making for the next month. I'll be doing costumes for Jared, Fig, myself, and Busy. Ideally, we'll be doing one costume per video. There may be some overlap just because, sometimes things take time, and when you have a baby, your own personal timetable kind of goes out the window. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. Today is Jared's costume. We're going to be doing a ringmaster for him. So I'm going to make him a coat, a top hat, and some sort of like fake boot cover thing, sort of like spats, but way, way, way easier. So let's get started. This was maybe the most productive thrift store find ever. First shelf I looked at, I got the fabric I needed. And then I got lots of other things that I didn't need. Oh no, Fig, what did we find? We found ABC's 1, 2, 3's corduroy. We did. Then I wanted to make a striped lining. So I measured these big wide strips, cut them up, and sewed them together. Bobbin time. One million stitches later, check it out. Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with this. I want to make everything that I ever make like this. Are you kidding me? Sure, it took an hour, but super happy. Okay, so after a good night of sleep, the baby is down for her first nap of the day, and I'm gonna map out the pattern pieces to make sure that they're gonna fit on the thing that I bought, because I did that in reverse order. I probably should have done the pattern pieces, measured up how much space they were gonna take, and then bought the fabric, but I didn't do that. And so yeah, let's see if it works. So after much finagling, I do think that it's going to work. Hooray! Now I just got to cut it all out and then cut out the lining and put it together. Maybe I can get this coat done today. That'd be amazing. And then I could have time to finish the other things. To make this pattern, I just used one of Jared's suits and kind of pushed and extended the details that I wanted. I made tails in the back. So I just basically extended the back piece of the pattern super long. And then to make the front, I wanted it to have these really dramatic lapels. So as you can see here, I pushed them way out and made a big fat triangle instead of just the little one that his suit jacket has. I wanted the jacket to have a little stand-up collar, which his jacket did not originally have, so I just kind of drafted something I hoped would work. I've literally never made anything this structural before. Oh, look at that lining. Sorry, I'm so obsessed with this. I think it's so fun. I mean, it's wrinkly as heck because you can't really iron it that well, but oh my gosh, I just love it so much. What are you doing? But you're so cute, though. Why so cute? Oh, man. So the sleeves are doing something funky in the mock-up that they were not doing in the, or they're doing something funky in the fashion fabric that they weren't doing in the mock-up. So they're like way, way too small, even though I cut the pieces the same. I don't really know how that happened. So, thank you, babe. We're just gonna do some troubleshooting and hopefully get it figured out here. If not, I'll just add a little piece of fabric to make the sleeves big enough, because I just don't, oh dear, I just don't really care that much because it's a costume. So yeah. Okay, the other reason this is causing me stress is that, oh my goodness, normally I would just fit it on Jared, but he's not home and he's working for the next several hours, and I spent the night at a friend's house last night, so I didn't get to see him when he came home or this morning. Yay! And so yeah, that's where all this is really stemming from, because I can't fix it because I don't know if it's the arm's eye that's too big or if it's the sleeve that's too small. And that's why I'm hesitating so much on fixing it. Here is something I'm just remembering about the mock-up. There was a teensy bit of overlap here, so I maybe trimmed too much out of the sleeve pattern, which means I may just have to add back in like 1/4 of an inch, which feels really silly because I cut away. This is about, I don't know, 5/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit more than 1/2 inch of ease, and I think I cut 1/2 inch off of both sides of the pattern instead of 1/4 of an inch, which means this is going to be substantially smaller. I didn't think it would make that much of a difference, but it makes a huge difference. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're just going to cut a little triangle to add in, and that'll be that. So I opted for adding in these 2 little triangles. The first time I marked the seam allowance, I marked 1/2 inch, which was too much and left me with a 1/4 inch tiny triangle. So I remarked it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, I've got these funny little expanders sewn in. Let's see if the sleeves fit now. Despite my initial misgivings, this worked out great. Yay for being able to do basic math. I did this stretch stitch because this curtain is stretchy for some reason. I don't know why you'd need a stretchy blackout curtain, but this one is. So this is really the only area that's going to have any kind of give. So I did a zigzag for this spot. So I just got back from the store and I was wanting butterscotch soda for butterbeer that I'm making tonight. I made some last night that was okay, but I think the cream soda was just like too sweet. So I wanted butterscotch soda. So I went to the special soda store on the square. Well, it's not just soda, it's a candy store, but they have like novelty sodas, and I thought they will probably have some. So I got there and I'm looking and looking and looking through all of the shelves of the fridges, and I don't see any butterscotch soda, but I do see this one cool bottle on the bottom shelf. And I was like, dang it, I wish I needed that because that looks really cool. It was 2 of them. One of them had like a purple wax seal, and the other one had one of those like tops that like you like buckle down, if that makes sense. I was like, man, those look cool, but I thought they were cream sodas. And so I looked and looked and I was like, oh, they don't have any butterscotch soda. Oh well, let me look and get myself a consolation soda since I walked all the way here, and I do need cream soda anyway for the drinks. So I bend down and I look, and the super cool one that I wanted to get for myself as a consolation prize was butterscotch. That's so great. Thanks, Atomic Candy. You rock. I mean, just behold the flawless aesthetic. Ugh, it's so cute, and it's so witchy and Halloweeny, and it's just what I wanted. And it's butterscotch. Okay, so the baby is asleep and I'm about to watch a movie, but I'm going to tack this lining on in the laziest way possible because I don't feel like doing hand stitching all around the edge of a Halloween costume. So I'm literally just going to sew it right sides together and then flip it inside out because that sounds easy. How do you feel?
I feel awesome.
This is first fit. I still haven't figured out if I can iron this or not. I feel like I probably can't because this has like blackout material on the other side that I thought was going to be a separate layer that I could take off, but it was like paint. So I'm going to test a piece. Also, it's velvety, and sometimes ironing can ruin the nap of the velvet. So I'm going to iron a test piece and see if I can get away with it. If I can, then that'll look a lot better. If not, I'll just top stitch it. You look great.
Thanks.
I said I wasn't going to do a button, but Jared wanted a button, so button time. Check out this informative camera angle. This is what I was doing down there. An old cosplayer's hack where you just smush paper around the limb and make a pattern. Okay, it's the next morning. I don't know how my child is still asleep. It's almost 8 o'clock. That's insane to me. But she has mercifully allowed me some time to work on this project. So I have cut the boot pattern that I shaped on Jared last night into 2 pieces. And now I'm going to trace those onto the vinyl that I got and hopefully put together some boots before she can wake up. That'd be great. Here are the pieces. And here is the vinyl. So I have been miserably sick the last 2 days, and I was going to include the boots and the hat in this video. I may not make it to that. So right now, the order of the day is see if I can iron the coat so that I don't have to go back and top stitch over it, just because that would take more time. And then the second and third things will be gluing together the boots and cutting out and gluing together the hat. It's a lot to do today, plus editing the video. I don't know that I will get to doing all of it. So if I don't, just know that there will be footage and a video later about the hat and the boots, because I know you're just all dying to see it. I still haven't figured out if I can iron this or not. So like I said earlier, it had this weird like blackout paint on the back of it, and I was pretty sure that was just going to melt. So I put this layer of the lining fabric in between to test it out. And not ruined and mildly creased, and the nap looks not squished. Time to iron the whole thing. While I iron this, let me tell you about my terrible day that I had on Sunday. So the baby and I got home from church, and she needed a nap, so I put her down to nap. And normally when she goes down to nap, it's not so bad. She doesn't cry that much. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh my God, you guys, I almost forgot. We have to do this. Okay, back to the story. So the baby needs to go down for a nap. And of course, right as we come in the door, there's a massive pile of disgusting, sick-looking dog poop on the floor. So I hurry put the baby down for a nap. She's screaming and crying. And I go downstairs. I'm cleaning the dog poop up every 5 minutes, running back upstairs, wash my hands, deal with the crying baby. Oh, hey, I'm making a hat now. Then, while I'm frantically cleaning up dog poop and starting to feel quite ill myself, not because of the dog poop, but because of the horrible fever going on inside of me,
I knock over a giant glass of water. And under normal circumstances, that kind of a thing is no big deal. Oh, hey, you cut out 8 of these to make your hat. They're kind of like swoopy shapes. Do you see that little picture? Yeah, great. Okay. Under normal circumstances, that's not that big of a deal, but that day it was enough to make me almost cry. And that's the story of why this video is late.
So I've literally never done any work with foam before. It's looking okay. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna paint it when it's done. This is the inside. There was probably a better method I could have used than hot glue, but it is what it is.
Now it looks more like a hat. Wow. Now it really looks like a hat. Wow. So I've glued the 2 pieces together for the first boot using clothespins to secure it, and now I'm going to do the second one. Here's some dark, unintelligible footage of me making a hat. Look, it's a hat. I'm gonna add a feather right. Come on, Emily, do it. Right here. This is probably the part of the project that I am the least happy with. Here's a fun little hack. If you are dealing with something that frays when you cut it, something small, you can dab a little hot glue on it. Low temperature, of course, squeeze it down because, you don't care about your fingers or the integrity of your fingerprint. And then when you cut it, it doesn't fray. Ta-da. Also, I have the worst habit at picking at fuzz and threads in these videos. The amount of time I spend trying to edit myself out of the videos doing that is... I gotta stop. Here's the gold braid for the back of the jacket. Okay, wow, congratulations. We made it, everybody. I made this jacket. Oh, I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Really, really happy. Like, the hat kind of sucks and the shoe covers are okay, but this jacket, I've never made anything like this before. Like, literally never made anything structured like this. Never made menswear. Never lined anything like this. I mean, I've just did a lot of things that I've never done before, and I'm so proud of it. There's definitely things I would change, like in future, make the shape of these tails differently. But overall, man, I'm so proud of it. And Jared looks so great at it, and he loves it. The boots are still drying. Maybe I'll show them to you in another video when they're done. Maybe I won't. Bye!